a big game, and they play for an axe, that annual contest to see which of these Bay Area schools will reign supreme. And after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Golden Bears will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Give out of the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams, Stanford and Cal. It comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fakes to grab. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back has it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Find some fresh air. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford. And you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, Dave, and something you'll hold on to.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Rush is on him. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Keeps looking downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Quarterbacks nowadays are so good. With 1 second or 2 seconds, they can make really big plays. But when you give them that much time, my goodness, all of them are going to be successful.
Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. No reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Floats it out in space. There he goes. And the big game, they've got it on the 46. The Golden Bears moving quickly to the line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Golden Bears are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got the tight end. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Down here. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Turns it on down the left side. The 30, the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Bear! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 4 over Washington. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Makes the grab. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Stanford fresh off that big run, going back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the ubiquitous bubble screen just floats backward for lost yardage.
You need better blocking downfield. I mean, these receivers got to understand, if you're going to play in this offense, it's not good enough just catching the ball. You've got to block for your fellow comrades. Poor job executing at the point of attack.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
This is kind of like Vegas in gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Paul. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going right and going deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got him downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted, number 19. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands. it, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room.
All right, got to be honest, don't hate it. I mean, a lot of people would love to see a 2-minute situation. You're trailing at halftime, but they've had some things go wrong, and I think right now they're just trying to make sure you keep your team together, you keep them focused, you don't try to do something crazy and risk something very negative happening before the half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Buys a little time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Golden Bears will hustle to the line. He'll keep it himself. Finding open areas. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. It's literally a big game, and they play for an axe, that annual contest to see which of these Bay Area schools will reign supreme. And after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on another team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. I think he was about a step or so from breaking that one. Complete. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation? What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The throw. Wide open downfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to take off. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. But jet sweep pass. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on fourth down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the ball.
Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cal! And it feels good to land that first big punch rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Set to advance on the ball.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Good call, good execution. As they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it sucks. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like... Yes, he talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
ball. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Cardinals. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. On the run, fires downfield. Pulls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done though.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10.
How about that job after the catch on a critical 3rd down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up 1st and goal.
And the Golden Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
Well, how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Still looking on the move. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Takes a hit as he fires. Snagged in the middle. It's Paul. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Back to pass, it's Suggs. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Makes the grab, it's Leonard. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. No huddle, offense to the line.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of... there.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
I get it. I understand. The smart, the conservative thing to do is make sure you go into the half right where you're at. Don't give up a big play. But I'm the guy that's going for points. I like to be aggressive.
And with time running out here in the second quarter, the offense just going to take a knee. Don't want to risk disaster here. Make sure you go to the locker room with the lead. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Stanford, 0.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick.